you guys have been around. There's so many new guys. The excitement of going into fall camp again, but having a lot of transfers. And what is that like? What has that been like for you guys?
Well, for me, so far it's been good, like building a bond with everybody, and so far everybody has come along. Definitely came a long way this summer. We have pushed through a lot of adversity, and definitely come together as a team. And hopefully, fall camp we put all the pieces together to have a great season.
Going back off what he said, coming together as a team is and having that bond is the main thing having right now during camp because we see each other every day and almost every second of the day right now because you know how camp is. So I feel like meeting these new players, getting along very well, knowing what our weaknesses and our strengths are, like knowing it together, so we know how we can function together.
Stephen, for you being the new guy, what's it like, and how do you feel like everybody has meshed together as far as the new guys and the guys that have been around?
Honestly, wonderfully. Coming into it all, bringing in all these different personalities. You guys know how the portal is now. It's kind of a, I wouldn't call it a disaster, but it's messy. You get in, you may find a place, you may not. Technically there's a home for everybody, but everybody wants to go somewhere. So bringing in all these different guys from all Power Five schools, from Oregon, from Jackson State, bringing in guys from Stanford, like it's really a different perspective, and I didn't really know how it was going to shake out. But after spring ball, after summer conditioning, to really see these guys come together, and like the bond we've already created going into camp is really special, and it's something I'm excited to see for game one.
Kind of Stephen just talking about, obviously you coming back to your hometown. A lot of it talk about the Brahms coming back, but for you coming back, what's that been like? Just being back in Louisville now, getting to play for your hometown university.
Honestly, it's been great. Out of high school, the one thing I didn't want to do was stay close to home. Honestly, I kind of wanted to go spread my wings and just figure out about the world, and I did just that. I graduated. I did everything I said I was going to do, and to come back home and be able to experience just with people that I grew up with, Little League coaches, parents, family. The only two games I had it even close to home were both 3-4 hours apart at Vanderbilt and Notre Dame, and those are the only two games I even got to see anybody, and I had probably 50 people come out to both games. So I'm kind of excited to see that support from this town that's always supported me throughout high school and even my endeavors at Stanford. To be able to come back home and to put on for the city is huge for me and something I'm very excited for.
It's for all three of you guys. Just fall camp starts today, a month before the season starts. Just what are the best parts of camp that you're looking forward to, and then some of the parts that are not so much fun?
Well, I'll start first. What I look forward to is competing against my teammates and getting each other better, like every day. In order to like win a championship, everybody got to like compete at a high level. So competing with them guys, coming out every day, showing what everybody got, competing for a spot. I just feel like that's really the highlight of camp for real.
Yeah, competing is number one thing because in practice, there's a lot of unseen things that people don't get to see, and so that's where that grind and that grit comes from to see where your heart is and how far you want to go. Like going against each other. Words gonna be said, fights might break out, but having that competition with each other and against each other will make us better.
Honestly, I think for me it's the growth. You come in day one, guys have already been through spring ball if you've been here, freshmen are coming in, or even transfers who are just now getting finished with school if they graduated or had a spring ball and decided to leave. You guys got guys coming in, and you have to learn a new scheme. Even for the guys who were here last year, they had to learn a new scheme. Everybody's growing. Being able to see that over the time I've been here, being able to see growth, and really just like a development pattern. Sometimes you see guys and there's dips or there's like a lapse in development or growth, but here everybody's on the uptrend, and that's what you want to continue to see day in and day out through camp, and that's something I'm looking forward to. As far as some of the not fun things, I mean, it's hot. It's humid here. I didn't have that in sunny California. It's 75 every day. So to come back home and to be able to experience that is different, but it's something that we're all going to have to grind through. And we've got mandatory cold tubs and everything to take care of that and keep us healthy. So I mean, I think we're all looking forward in the end.
Stephen, your journey of being from here, leaving, and now coming back sort of parallels Coach Brom's journey. I'm wondering if you guys have talked about that, and was that a factor in your coming here? Was him coming here also?
Honestly, for me, I remember Coach Gasparotto from the last staff came and saw me on Friday. I woke up Sunday morning to an ESPN message that said they were leaving. Friday, they told me they loved Louisville. They'd never leave. And then I remember I called my mom, and I was like, Mom, that kind of cuts out Louisville. I guess I'm not coming home. And then I was like, well, like, they got one guy, and they're going to go after him first. So let's just wait. I remember I kind of played like a little like tag with Brady. I've talked to Brady. He recruited me dang near at Purdue. He's the guy who came up and picked me up at the with the golf cart and everything. You know, took me into the games, and I kind of just liked his profile. And I've talked to Brady over the years. I shot him a text and I said, this portal's gonna be open for not too much longer. Like, what's it looking like? And he said I can't tell you anything, man. Just don't be in a rush. And so I took that for what I thought, and I just gave it a few days, and I got on the phone with Braun when he announced it, and we decided we'd come back home and do it together.
You got a lot of competition on the front line. I mean, obviously you had a lot of guys that are back from last year, some new additions. What do you kind of expect that to be like as a veteran guy with a lot of young guys and a lot of new faces up front? It's obviously a different scheme. What's the competition going to be like?
Being in a different scheme and having going through spring ball, just looking at the competition we have definitely have a lot of depth going in. So like, of course I'm a veteran, so like I'm still learning the scheme and stuff and still getting fit into the scheme. But I can also teach the younger guys coming up like different techniques and what I can do to get better and better myself.
Des, kind of going off of that, Ashton's talked about just kind of getting out of his comfort zone and taking more of a leadership role. But for you, what is that like? You know, like you just talked about learning the scheme, but also kind of helping the younger guys along. What's that balance like for you?
The balance is it's not easy, but it's not hard at all. Cause like if you put the work in on and off the field, like you can study the plays. I study plays by myself, so like really just going in like depth with the plays and really just teaching the younger guys like drawing boards. We can go have a little meeting one-on-one and just really like get them comfortable enough in the scheme with me as well. And so like put that on film on game day.